Bring it back. This shit is hot.
You don't want me serving these bricks, These junkies out, they need a fix, A 8 and a 2, watch it sit, Without me, they ain't getting lit, Up early, I'm serving these licks, We in the Mozzie with sticks, Your hoe in the back getting flipped, I showed her some game and shit, Like this, that's a quarter, this a half, here's a whole thing. Now these bitches on my phone tryna know things. How my zipper get attached to your nose ring? Tryna figure who I'm fucking, cause you nosy. You too goddamn nosy.
We back with another episode of Random Thoughts from Ozzymoto. I'm your host, Ozzymoto, just a young buck from South Florida with a vision and something to say. How we doing? How we feeling? This is episode 35, and I ain't gonna cap right now. I forgot where we at with the audio listeners. So for the real people, just so you know, this is where I'm keeping count. For real. This is my real count. Audio listeners, I think this is like episode 4, 5. I think. Shit, bear with me. I'll remember later. But what we got going on, I'm not even going to count. All right, let's get into the hot juicy shit, bro. Pause. But let's get into the trending topic of the week. Shannon Sharpe. Ooh, boy, is that nigga in the hot seat? Oh my god. So like, for those of y'all who may be unaware, I don't know how you unaware right now, Shannon Sharpe is the next victim of the Me Too movement. He's the next, well, I shouldn't say victim, but, you know, he's the next guy to get caught, right, with the case. So, pretty much, it came out that he was being sued, I think, for $50 million for sexual abuse. And the thing, and like, he came out and say, no, this is defamation. You know, some audio leaked, some text messages leaked, painting him to look like the bad guy. They said that they finna leak a 30-second clip of the sex tape. And it's kind of like, all right, now this is where, because this is a loaded topic, right? Now, you've probably heard about it everywhere. So we got to break it down in multiple points. One, Shannon don't know how to move when it comes to this new entertainment. I picked this perspective up from a different podcast, from an actual entertainer, and he said, yo, you got to know when you being set up, right? Like, you don't really do too much don't really give them too much information on the phone, because it might get spun back at you. Don't get too personal. Keep your head up and know when it's a trap. Because and this is also where it comes personal experience. If shorties start, like, if you start texting on some nasty shit and all of a sudden she not so nasty no more, something might be up. In my case, she was going, but in your case, you was getting set up, Shannon. That's what it is. That's the game. So we got that going on. We got the fact that he was warned by, like, bro, he has so many, like, I feel bad because it's a defamation of character. It's trying to make him look like the bad guy. When it was consensual, it was. This girl's an OF model, so I'm not trying to say that's all she good for, but this is what she does. That's within the realms of the line of work that she does as a sex worker. No shame to it. Get your bag, baby, but come on, you got to know what comes with the business. You can't just be fucking up niggas' bags like that. The fuck? Anywho, so we got the fact that he don't know how to move. He ain't see that it was a trap set up. A lot of people painting him out to look like the bad guy when really it's like, actually, nah, this is kind of bad, because even if he's innocent on the essay, on the sexual abuse charges, like, because it was an ongoing relationship for like 2 years, one. And that's also a red flag, because my nigga, like, she's high key fresh out of high school type shit. Like, that's a kid. That could be your daughter. No bullshit. That could be your daughter. So that's where he's not so innocent, because Cat Williams tried to warn him. He kiki and ha-haing. Monique tried to tell him something. He kiki and ha-haing. Every single time he tried to have a warning sign, he kiki and ha-haing. So it's almost like, yeah, pride cometh before the fall, for sure. he laughing like he's immune to this shit, but no, my boy, no. No, and that's the thing, and this is where it gets convoluted. I feel like in cases like this, it gives ammo to the red pill guys to feed into their bullshit, right? Because let's be honest, let's keep it a bean. If he was fucking with the sister, he'd probably be like Anthony Edwards, just having to pay child support. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I never heard. I don't really hear no shit like this. I don't really hear no shit like this with a black woman unless it's on some real nasty shit like Diddy or R. Kelly or Bill Cosby or maybe some of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. You know, like Harvey Weinstein. Who else? Kevin Spacey. Unless it's like one of them names. All right, cool. Everybody's a victim. Everybody was a victim. But with shit like this, nah, man. You mainly hear that from the snow. And everyone tried to say, don't be playing in the snow. Cat Williams straight up said a white woman could tear down you could be Kang the Conqueror. A white woman will tear that shit down in 2 weekends. That's all it takes. That's all it takes when it comes from Becky. Becky could knock any nigga down in 2 weekends. So the more I pick up this mic, the less I play with the snow. That's case in point. That's what it is. I can't. I seen how everyone else going down. They trying to get everybody out the paint. That's just how it is. Like, and another thing to unpack with this, it's the double standard. Because while I'm putting Shannon in the hot seat for you fucking with a high school year old, like you fucking with a young girl. Tracy Ellis Ross was admitting the same shit on a podcast with Michelle Obama. So it's almost like who's guilty and who's not. We have to start putting the gavel to everybody, right? Like the fuck, I can't. I'm having a stroke trying to explain this shit. Like, stop playing in the snow. And this is where it also gets bad. You know how bad it is when Shannon Sharpe was defending himself. You know how bad it is to say, hey, he trying to put a 30-second clip that's going to make me look bad. Hey, put the whole thing out there. Why the fuck is that your defense in a sexual abuse case, my guy? I don't think that's the move, player. I don't think that's the move you need to make. Because it must have been some crazy shit if that's what you have to say. If it's so bad that you have to say, yo, nah, look at the whole thing, though. You have to get the context of how we got there. Because that's how you know you must have been saying something wild that, yo, man, Shannon. Ooh, boy, you in the motherfucking hot seat. You in the motherfucking hot seat. And speaking on this double standard shit, and sports, we talking about football, double standards in sports. That's related. Cool. So let's talk about the draft. And this is my shit to say on Shedeur Sanders not getting drafted all the way into the motherfucking 5th round. My nigga, that was racist and you know it. You cannot tell me that all the NFL owners got on a call and said, yo, do not draft this nigga B. Do not draft him 1st, 2nd, nor 3rd at all. Are you fucking okay? Look. Let's keep it a bean. If I'm not mistaken, your stats were damn near pretty close to Cam Ward, right? And y'all motherfuckers were the top QBs in your motherfucking draft class, but yet one went 1st round, the other went 5th round. One had some diamonds dancing and the other one didn't. Look at this. You paint the picture. You see the picture I'm trying to paint? You see what they're trying to do to your boy Shedeur? Man, ain't that some motherfucking bullshit? Always trying to hate on them motherfuckers. They just don't like us being nice, clean. They just don't like us being us. They don't like us defending ourselves. They don't like us looking nice and proper. They don't like us having confidence. They don't like us being able to back up our talk. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say motherfucking Shador is the motherfucking best QB of all time. I'm not gonna say that, but I definitely think his game backs up. He backs his talk up with his game. So what are we doing letting that boy fall to the 5th round and going to Cleveland of all? Nah, I I, I fucking guess. I fucking guess. Shout out to Cleveland though for like, giving that young nigga a chance. Cause he should, bro. So many spots needed a QB and they ain't take him, and that's how you know it's racially motivated. That's all I gotta say. That's all Ozzy gotta say. That's that. Mm, 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 mm. Onto some random shit though. Okay, Beethoven. Yeah, I know, completely different, but bear with me. Beethoven, right? The whole time I thought the motherfucker was just playing deaf, right? Nah, motherfucker, he was just winging it. Like, nah, I thought he was winging it. Nah, he had like this, like on some weird shit. He had this rod that connected to the piano, and like it connected to his jaw right here, so he bit down on it, and the sound transmuted directly into his eardrum on some weird shit. I don't know how they figured this shit the fuck out, and that's how that man made so many masterpieces. Whole time I thought he was just fucking winging it and just going crazy. I feel disappointed. I feel disappointed once I found out that bit of information. Like, it's cool. It's because I know that they had technology way back then, but it's like, damn, that boy ain't do it off the muscle. Couldn't be me. Me personally, I would have just felt it, through my bones, through my skin. Cause I really like music like that. I don't think Beethoven and me could, like, I could probably compose what he could, but can he compose what I can on FL Studio? I don't think so. I don't think so. He he was just doing shit with no sense of music. I got Pierre Bourne and Beethoven. They're my inspiration to make a beat. He can't say the same. He cannot say the same. So I think I'm a better producer than Beethoven. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say it like that. You give me 1 month with equipment. Put me and him in the same room. I'm a boy. Connect this rod to your mouth and feel the music, bitch. He can't fuck with me. Beethoven can't fuck with me. Let me stop capping. This is also the same nigga who once jokingly said, "Hey yo, I could fight a hippopotamus. I could fight a hippo." And boy, I was trolling like a motherfucker. Do you know what them bitches will do to your ass? They'll Swiss cheese you so fast. And you think if you in the water, you might be safe. No, apparently them bitches is fast in the water. That's 400 pounds of muscle, no fat. So next time you want to call someone a hippo, just understand. A hippo is more muscle than fat. So, and them bitches will fuck you up. The worst way. Get you out that pain real quick. No question. No motherfucking question. Speaking of questions, I got one. Is there any reason okay, if you order DoorDash and you see a girl, she come up to your shit, hand you your food, take your picture. All right, cool, fine, fuck, whatever. Imagine you just peek out the car and you just see a nigga sitting in the passenger seat. You ain't gonna scratch your head a little bit. You ain't gonna think, hey nigga, where's your motion? What you doing? Right? Or is he making your girl do your DoorDash for you, driving and walking up to the shit? Because it'd be one thing if your license suspended, so you kind of have to get your girl to go on your time. But if you just chilling and you just a bum, why that shit going down? Because this is what happened. My boy was talking to me. He peeped that shit and he got mad as fuck because he was finna spit game to the girl. But then he just peeped in his peripheral and he see that bum sitting in the passenger seat and that boy got heated. Rightfully so. Rightfully so, because it's like, hey, bro, how the fuck are you gonna be a goalie and not move? Right? Like, you supposed to at least play some defense, right? You supposed to at least move around, look like a challenge. No. But nah, that shit was just. I just wanted to let y'all know. I just wanted to let y'all know and get y'all opinion on it. What y'all think about niggas just sitting in the passenger seat while they girl door dashing and getting her money, get her funds up, get her bread. He just sitting in the passenger seat like a man. If this was 2008, you know what I would have said. This was 2008. You know I would, because I'm not gonna cop. Should we bring back slurs like that just to get some shock value into some folks? Like, if I allow, and I understand what I'd be allowing. I say I gotta allow more R words if I could say the F word more. Can we make that change? Can we make that exchange? Because to be fair, I already see the R word a lot more than I see the F word, so I think it's only fair, right? Ain't it? Because like, and this is a good point. This is a good point. If I was a part of the Rainbow Parade, right? If I was LGBTQ, or like if I was gay or some shit like that, if I fell into that category, right? I could low key hide it a little bit. But you can't hide this, buddy. You can't hide this. So it's really like I'm really getting punished for how God made me. But yet I see my slur more often than I see your slur. So can I say your slur a little bit more? Just for the sake of it. I promise I'm not gonna say it to an actual person. But if it's someone who I know is not in that, category, do I have a green light to say the F word like how it would be back in '09, back when it was fine? Let me know. If not, then we got to go harder for everyone saying the ER, because there's a lot more of y'all saying that shit online. There's a lot more of y'all saying that shit online, and I can't say the F word nowhere. That's what I'm saying. Let's if we either get rid of all hate or hate equally. No in between. No in between. So with this stop Asian hate but no stop black hate, I'm not fucking with it. I wasn't fucking with it. Either we stop all hate or we stop no hate. But we cannot move based on hate. That must be a universal absolute in the country. I feel like I feel like we could put that into a bill and put some motion on it. I feel like that's fair, right? Because I can't not hire somebody just because they white, but either I can't crack jokes on them because they white, or it's free reign and we can crack jokes on each other because you know. I feel like we could get that shit going. I just can't put no words behind it, nor can I block your money. I can't put no bodily harm to you, nor can I put no effect to your money, but we allowed to curse each other out however we feel like. It's almost like mutual combat. It's almost like mutual combat. We both agree that we can say some foul shit to each other, but it's got to get to a point. Mutual combat doesn't mean I can kill you. It just means I can whoop your ass legally. That's what that means. I feel like we should do something of the same caliber, not just for mutual combat, but for hate speech. Either we remove all of it and we hate on all of it, or you know, all or nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's my message. All or nothing. Don't be a pussy. Don't be half stepping. Hate with your chest, nigga. Hate with your chest. Oh shit. I got so off track of that one topic, bro. Oh my god. But hey, can someone can some I've been thinking about this. I never got an answer. I should probably bring it up in more conversations if I really want the answer, but I'm bringing it up right now. Let me know. Why is a clean dap so superior? Like why does that shit just connect with the soul? Okay, so look, I'm working at this restaurant. I'm about to clock out. I'm saying goodnight to the bartender because I fuck with him. We give each other a dap. We in the corner of the restaurant by the door. It echoed throughout that whole establishment. I peep everybody at the bar. They turn their head like they don't know what happened. Was it a gunshot? Did someone just get slapped in the face? Who knows? They must turn and look. Nah, it's just two people having a clean ass dap. Perfect. Perfect. And like no one could say shit to the rest of the night. Like no one wanted to dap me up because they couldn't follow that up. I just nodded my way off and I felt like that was enough to make my exit. So why is a clean dap so superior? Like what is it that just satisfies the core? Cause I could understand why big titties and a big ass could satisfy a random dude's brain. Cause it's like, everybody, bro, all your granddaddy, your daddy, your uncle, everybody, that shit's in your DNA to appreciate that shit unless you swing the other way. And even if you swing the other way, you still like some ass. So either way, ass is, that's just in our genetic code to appreciate a nice booty. Everybody like ass, no matter what team you go for, right? But why does everyone respect a clean dap? What is it about it that makes everybody respect that? That's the truth. That's the answer that I want to know. I just wanted to bring that up. That's all. Ooh. I got a question for y'all though. Why the fuck are dudes so crazy and emotional at a young age? Like when it comes to this love shit, they really be crashing out. Cause I seen this one video of a dude in China, and I'm kind of pissed about this one. So I seen the video of this dude in China, right? Apparently, like him and his girlfriend were going through whatever the fuck they was going through, and he jumped out the window. When he jumped out the window, I wrote it down because I'm like, bro, is it ever that serious? Like, what do you gain jumping out the window? And right as I was thinking about that, because it made no sense though, and the way he was acting, you would have thought it was like at least 5 stories up, minimum, because you want to make a statement, right? You want to do something impressive, right? Right? Yeah, jump out the window, do a flip in front of your bitch to really prove your love to her. Okay, I guess. Nah, this motherfucker jumped out the first story. Talk about anticlimactic. Talk about a pussy. Talk about a pussy. At least make it okay, if it ain't nothing where it's suicidal, so where you ain't trying to do nothing life damaging nor like fatal, all right, cool. 5 stories and up. You trying to make a statement to prove to your girl 2 stories, 2 to 4 stories, because I think you could. Actually, not 2 to 3 if you're looking to survive. 4 is pushing it. 4 is pushing it. Let's keep it a bean. But you jumping out the first story, you pussy. Man, no wonder you felt like you had to do that. And to top it off, he just jumped out and ran. He ain't do nothing. Where was you running? Nowhere, boy. Fucking hate stupid people who get so dramatic and they just It's like them bitches out Maury. Like, he is not the father. And then she starts doing a motherfucking marathon. Where are you going? Where are you going? They trained this, bro, they trained this motherfucking camera to chase your ass. They specifically made sure he got no wires obstructing his way so he can just hawk your ass down and chase you in embarrassment. So where the fuck are you going? And just like him, where the fuck is he going? Running like a dumbass bitch. Like, I'm almost positive she left. Bro, if she was thinking about leaving you, she for sure did it. All you did was just gave her evidence and gave her a point, gave her a reason. That was her 13th reason on why she should have dumped your bitch ass, because you always crying like a little bitch. Now you want to jump out the window of this building that none of us own. Who's going to pay for this? Who's going to pay for this? Now, I get it. Over there, it's in China, but you know damn well there's someone in America who's going to do that shit. So let's apply some American capitalist logic here. Who the fuck is going to pay for that window, buddy? You jumping out and shit like you got. Boy, I hate crash outs. I hate crash outs. They always do the most stupidest shit. Like I seen this one dude. I don't know what his problem was, but he was trying to punch somebody through a window, and he was trying to bust the window open. So he bust the window open. He cut a really bad. I think it was like an artery or a vein, something in his arm. But like, bro, that shit went to gushing immediately. No hezzy, nothing at all. No delay. Instantly went gushing, and then like a couple seconds later, you see that shit go limp. I guarantee you that motherfucker died before ambulance could arrive. No one's gonna save you. You lost too much blood that quick. So it's kind of like, was it really that bad? And the whole time, it probably could have been because someone ate his motherfucking pie. Or because someone called him a bitch and cursed out his mama. Now, I get it. You want to defend your mama, but does it really warrant you punching a motherfucking window? Fucking dummy. Now look at you. Dead. Condolences, but shit. I guarantee you, whoever he was, fucking up the word. Whoever he had an opposition with, whoever he was antagonizing, bro, I guarantee you they felt no sympathy because they like, it was never that serious. Now look at you, bleeding out and you're dead, dummy. Why are people so stupid, bro? Why are people so stupid? I don't know how much. Let's just move on. Next topic. Actually, no, this segues into the next topic because it's Imagine pulling a Lil Loaded in 2025. For those of y'all who don't know, Lil Loaded was an up-and-coming rapper. I guess he found out his girl cheated on him, and he up-triggered and checked himself out. R.I.P. and condolences, but gang, it is not that deep. It ain't that serious. You was probably like 21, gang. I don't know what she did to you, or I don't know what she did for you, but God didn't put billions of fish in the sea for you to get caught up on one. I get it. That may have been your one. I empathize, but you got to look at it from like a unk perspective. You like, let's just say, think about it from a dude who went through like 4 marriages, right? Do you really think a dude who went through 4 marriages is gonna kill himself because the one girl was cheating? He probably just gonna go get his lit back because he been around the block. Now imagine telling that to your uncle or to your granddad. You know how many heifers your granddad crushed back in his day? Imagine telling him a young buck done checked himself out over a girl that was going. He ain't gonna take you serious and he ain't gonna respect you. He probably gonna chuckle at the funeral. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I know I'll be chuckling at funerals, especially if I don't know you. Nah, that's kind of fucked up. But it's true though. Only for the fact of, okay, it's not that I don't have no empathy for the dead or for the grieving, and I don't got no empathy for those who mourning. But bro, if I'm chilling, I'm not even gonna say chilling. If I'm in a motherfucking funeral and I see somebody walk up with a 2-piece suit, it's fucking navy, it's navy blue and tan. You really expect me to not think, bro, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Does he think he had a Met Gala or at a wake? Nigga, somebody died and you out here trying to flex for the hoes? You don't even got that shit on for real. It wasn't even, I would have been more impressed if it was like one of them 2-piece suits where it's like the color went all the way throughout the back. But no, I had to, you a half stepper. You couldn't even commit to the whole 2-tone. So how am I supposed to respect your fashion choice, especially at this event? It was all in all terrible. I done seen some niggas with some white Fazos, and I'm like, hey, fucking yo. And I'm wrong for getting. Nah, matter of fact, I don't know who auntie, probably my auntie, but I don't know who you related to, shorty. But this shorty behind me was getting on me or throwing shade after the service because I was giggling at some of these niggas. Because, bitch, I done seen somebody with a two-tone suit walking around, and I seen somebody with all white Bezos at a funeral. You expect me to keep quiet? What times is you in, bitch? Nah. R.I.P. to my late. I don't even know what you would call it, but R.I.P. to him. But I'm sorry, buddy. They did not respect your funeral. They did not respect your service. You had niggas in all white Bezos and niggas in two-tone suits. And I'm wrong just because I got a little chuckle out of it. Bitches be crazy. Bitches be crazy. Speaking of crazy, I got. Okay, could you imagine? Let's set up a scenario. Could you imagine running into your middle school crush at a strip club? That'd be fucking crazy, right? All right. Ladies first, so I'm a flipper. Actually, I don't even want to know how a lady would run into her middle school crush at a strip club. So, fellas, let's just say that dude, that shorty that curved you, or whatever the fuck, whatever she did, whether she was with you and left you for your best friend, or whether she was with you and just up and moved and ain't tell you, or whether she was with you for a joke or as a whatever the sob story is, right? So imagine you over there, right? You get your heart broken, you grow, you recover, you grow as a man, and one day you decide to pop out with your homies, right? Strip club, throw some ones, have some money, you know what I'm saying? You turn, right? Type shit. And then you just see that bitch that did you dirty all them years ago. You see that bitch that did you dirty like 15 years ago, and you just like, hey, you skank bitch, I see you. Hey, yo. Or we could flip it into a happy reunion. Imagine if Shorty was passing notes with you in the class and shit, and then like, you see her at the strip club, and then you recognize her as a dancer, and then you just straight hit her with the, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but you want to pick up where we left off? That'd be crazy, right? I'm not going to say that happened to me. That's just a hypothetical because me personally, I don't know how I would react if I ran into some people I had an eye on in middle school at the strip club. I don't know. It depends on who they is. It depends on who they is and how we was and what she looking like now. I'm gonna keep it a motherfucking and also, what's her price like? Cause, bitch, you ain't finna charge me $125 for 2 songs, and we just dancing in the regular lounge. Like, that's a little steep. That's a little crazy. 125 for 2 dances, not even for 2 dances. 125 for 2 songs right next to the bar, so you're not even, man. I personally couldn't. I wouldn't. And if y'all run into your crush, or if y'all just happen to have a reunion at a strip club, I hope you spend your money right, cause you feel me? You can't be going out like that, bro. You can't be doing shit like that. But imagine you ran into your teacher at the strip club, though. That'd be another thing. That'd be crazy, right? Cause, oh fuck, me and my boy, we was out. We went to the club one time. We noticed the football coach was the bouncer. We said, "Hey, yo, what you doing over here, coach?" Alright, type shit. Came to a point, he ain't even need to ID me no more. So, you know, fun times. If you want more details and more stories about that shit, be sure to subscribe to the Patreon, right? Because that's when I can actually talk about more wild shit that went down. But I'm not gonna lie. Once we set up on the Patreon, we ain't gonna charge nothing crazy. It's just gonna be like a slight, I don't know, a slight $5 a month. I think y'all could do that. I think once we get this shit popping enough and I do this shit on Patreon, we can do $5 a month. Come on, y'all do OnlyFans for, y'all subscribe to how many OnlyFans for like, I know for a fact some of y'all subscribe to like $30 OnlyFans and only get pictures. No nipple is showing, so like, come on now. Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. I have been Ozzymoto, your host on Random Thoughts from Ozzymoto, just a young buck from South Florida with the vision and something to say. This has been episode this has been episode 35. My fault. I ain't mean to drag it like that. But we gonna play this track and get out of it. Motherfucker. We gonna play this track and get on out of here after I take this sip. Cause obviously your young nigga can't speak. Ooh. Yes, sir. Let go.
Yeah, I've been tripping, going through it. I've been stressing about a bitch. I ain't gon' lie, when she left, that shit hurt me like a bitch. But I'm straight though, I still get cake though. Still smell hella dough. About to take a trip to the island for them crazy hoes. She gon' suck my tip. Yeah, she wildin', wanna take me home. Say she stayin' sunrise in the hood with all them vacant homes. When I seen them bando men, I said I'm not gon' make it home. I'ma set up shop with my Glock, build a camera stove. Run up in this trap, if you want bitch, I got hella goals. And some naked hoes, whipping Yola for no profit though. They not sniffing codes, cause they know they gotta fucking go. Ain't no strung out hoes in my trap, they gotta fucking go. And if it's snitching hoes in my trap, we gotta fucking go. Cause they gon' kick the dough, take the money and all the fucking dough. I'ma kill that hoe, because I knew she was a shady hoe. I say fuck it though, I gotta eat man, I can't start no more. Bought that hoe a ring, but she don't feel me in her heart no more. So I bought a bean, cause there's no feelings in my heart no more. I bought a red one, AR, with the sniper scope. I be going in, don't need no hook, that just for snagging hoes. Never real a man, can't get too cold, man, I just let him go. I pass it to the bro, dig her out, man, he can have that hoe. Ain't no beefing about it, if it's one, it's about 1,000 more.